In December 1st, 2023, Godzilla Minus One was widely released in theaters, becoming the most successful newest Toho Godzilla film, which made $116 million worldwide at the box office, winning an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects in 2024's Oscars. The Godzilla community has loved and appreciated this film, becoming the most respectful and appreciated Godzilla film of all time. But there's going to be cons to it, and those cons are going to be well, how should I put this?
This is what happened with Godzilla. I don't have any nostalgia for the Godzilla. Yeah, I still watched them, but even rewatched them recently when I got the idea for this video. So no bias. 98% of them suck ass.
Bad dubbing, men in rubber suits, cardboard miniature cities, and you don't have to look too far. Even in the real world, I think a lot of my family members feel the same exact way. And
somehow it just got more and more ridiculous.
Even in the real world, I think a lot of my family members feel the same exact way.
In this video, I'll be talking about why Godzilla Minus One has affected the Godzilla fandom, from people hating on other Godzilla films and having, larpers. But we're gonna go each layer on how this movie affected the fandom, so let's start off with the... LARPers are people who trend hop on things that are popular and pretend that they know the characters, the stories, and the media, which they haven't seen, by the way. Which Godzilla Minus One invited LARPers. Sure, Godzilla Minus One invited new fans to explore and be interested of Godzilla media, but new fans don't watch and they just shit talk about the old Godzilla movies. Like, for example, Dr. Skipper made a video glazing Minus One and just shit talking about the other Godzilla films. Plus, the research in the video was poorly made, and to be honest, I have no idea where he got that information at. Then there were more videos of people making and having the same thing as Dr. Skipper, very poorly information and not understanding Godzilla's character and films. Then we have the 7 pits of hell, which is Twitter, where those people would just flat out just say that the Godzilla movies look cheap and fake, which honestly just shows how these new Godzilla fans or LARPers aren't giving these films a chance, and I know why, which I'll be going to the next part, which is... So yes, there is a reason why these Godzilla LARPers aren't understanding these Godzilla films and his character, which I'll give you one of my parts to one of my friends, Ken Zero, since he also has the same statement as me and I just wanted to share it to it.
Hello everybody, Kem Guy here, and thanks so much for having me on for this video, so I can point out why Minus One had a positives and negatives on the community. Now let's talk about the positives. Now, as we may know, Godzilla Minus One was the first Godzilla movie to have an Oscars award of their visual effects and getting a whopping total of $116 million in the box office. And it was also the first Godzilla Toho film to be released after Shin Godzilla, if we're not including the anime trilogy and the various amounts of short films they've released. Now on to the negatives. It changed the Godzilla community, as for say newer fans that have been introduced through Godzilla by Minus One may not like the other eras such as Showa or Millennium. For example, some newer fans may not like the older eras because Showa era has inconsistent themes, as with 54 being more of a dark movie and, for example, Destroy All Monsters being more of a action-packed kind of film. And they may not like the Millennium era because it's too action-packed or doesn't feel like Godzilla movie, if you want to say that. But not only has it affected the older eras, it affected the monsters, as many people saw the monsters as somewhat mid because it didn't have the same feeling as Minus One or similar themes of Minus One. Now, before I hand the mic to Mr. Zoe, I want to make one quick point. My whole reasoning of me saying this is because many people think that every Godzilla movie will be like 54, 55, or Minus One, when Godzilla as a franchise is very unique and diverse, and many movies that people love and enjoy. Anyways, that's it for today. I'm the Kem Guy, and I will be seeing you later.
Thank you, Ken Zero Media, for talking about Godzilla's movies, which is my turn to talk about Godzilla's character. Now, what these LARPers don't understand about Godzilla's character is that Godzilla could be his own character, like a good guy, bad guy, or a creature that doesn't want to exist but keeps moving on to evolve more over time. Godzilla's character could be anything, which makes Godzilla Godzilla. His character has so many adaptations, meaning to his character that these LARPers will not understand, like his adaptations in his own different ways of being Godzilla himself, which is the reason why I'm making this whole video talking about why Minus One basically somewhat ruined Godzilla's adaptations, mainly just from the fans. Don't get me wrong, the movie's great, but this movie has affected a lot for the Godzilla fandom. So there you go, you guys. That is my reason why the Godzilla Minus One has ruined the Godzilla fandom, due to the LARPers and people not understanding Godzilla's character and films. Don't get me wrong, Minus One is generally an amazing film, but the way that this movie changed the Godzilla fandom was insane and invited a bunch of LARPers into it. Anyways, that'll be it for today's video. Thank you, Ken Zero Media, for being a part of this video. Be sure to check his channel out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.